So guys, welcome back to the channel. On this tutorial, we will surefire way to create like isometric illustrations. I'm going to show you a formula that you can replicate each time you want to create an isometric illustration. And it is just using the bevel and embossed filters on Adobe Illustrator. So we have just three things here, right? The top and the bottom. There's a setting for it, the extrude setting for it, the lower right, and the upper left of the axis here. This is the settings for it, and the lower left and upper right. These three things is what you will use often if you will do isometric illustration. There are some special cases like curves and stuff, but these things are what you need, right? And then we're gonna go and create that right now. So let's create a sample using these three things only, okay? This is an example of it. So this is lower right and upper left. So I want this one to be on the other side. I'll just have to, I press O and just mirror it like that. So we have two now. It's like the two sides of the same coin, right? Have here and have here. And we can also do that for this guy, for these three things. 45, 35, 30. Then this one is negative 45, negative 35. And 30. As you can see here, this is the thing. This should go to the back side of it. And the front side of it should go on the left side on there. So we have that rocket thingy, right? So that's what I'm talking about. If I say lower right and upper left, top or bottom, or lower left or upper right, because you can actually mirror it to create the other side of it, the adjacent side of it. I hope this clarifies things.
Okay, back to the video.
A new artboard. And then with this new artboard, we will just paste a cool isometric grid P, then paste it. You don't want to like create a guide for this one. We're just gonna create a template because we want to work fast, bro. Gotta work fast. So create a template. So what we did here is create a new layer, then third layer, paste that isometric template. Then we're gonna lock it, double click it, click template, and we don't want to dim it, okay? So put it below, like that. What it does is if you control Y, you will see that it will go to wireframe mode, and this thing won't. So we will have the guide for it, right? And then we'll just throw in some, let's search isometric illustration here. Isometric illustration. Let's create a simple one like this thing. I think this thing. Oh, this from a YouTube vid, so we don't want to use that. This is good. Copy this and then it's from a YouTube vid also. Whatever. Just gonna paste it here. There, right? So we're gonna just create this using these. So first, what we'll do is create a floor there. So we'll have the floor, create a rectangle, then I'm just gonna grab the colors here, right? And then we will use this top or bottom. So that's for the floor. And the settings would be 40, like that. Effect. We're gonna go to Effect, 3D, and Extruded Bevel. We're just gonna go with 45, 35, and 30. Negative 35. I'm just gonna hit OK for now. As you can see there, we have a floor. Pretty cool, right? So this goes to the line. You can see there, it is aligned properly with the isometric stuffs. I'm just gonna place it below there. And after that, we're gonna create these things. So for me, I do like the plastic shading here. I will just go to more options and just I will go to blend steps and just create like 2 or 1, because I don't want to have it like a lot of colors, right? Then I'm gonna do this. So it's lower right or upper left, this thing, or it's and lower left or upper right, that thing. We're gonna create a rectangle again. So you don't have to worry about the sizes of the rectangle. Just keep it close and you'll just adjust here. So the settings is effect, 3D, Extruded Bevel, -45, -35, and then 30 here. 30 there. Let's just have a blend steps on 1 or 2 just for now. So there, we have created a wall there. And we can adjust it, like click the endpoints using direct selection tool and then move it down like that. Just it using your arrow keys. And then we will just duplicate this thing and just edit Extruded Bevel here. So if you don't have the appearance panel, you can go to Window, then Appearance, or click Shift F6. Okay, just double click that, and we'll just flip it. This is negative, so we'll just delete the negative sign of it. This is, and then the -45 also. Delete the negative sign for it, and this should be negative. Oh wait. Oh, there. That's more clear. So this should be -45. Delete the negative for it, and this should be negative. Okay. Yeah, that's good. And yeah. There we go. So I'm gonna hit OK. Ooh. Oof. -30. There. Sorry for the delay. It's okay. It's okay to be wrong sometimes. So now we'll have this thing. Let's just align it a bit. Like that. We need more height here for this one to go there. And yeah, there. And we need to lessen this width of it. There, that looks decent. And this one, we're just gonna adjust it later when we expand. So that is the rough thing of it. Right? There. And then after it, we're gonna expand now to, as you can see here, there are edges here that are not aligning, right? This is not aligning there, this is not aligning here. So what we'll do here is just to expand and then edit it. Go to Object, then Expand Appearance, like that. So we need to align them properly using this. And then adjust it here. There, that looks good now. And if you want to like be a nitpicky and edit this also, you can expand it so that it has the same color on the top, like that, and then the faces are of the same color. Then also on the bottom, Object, Expand. Always be reminded that if you create a base color for your 3D illustration, if you apply like extrude and bevel for it, if you apply it, it will look like it will look like saturated or less saturated depending on the lighting of the extrude and bevel settings. Always remember that. So if you want to have it like a one-on-one color like this one, you need to expand it. So now we have expanded that thing. Let's create the catch for this one. So I don't want to like recreate this whole thing, but if you want to, then you can. But I'm just showing you the capabilities of this hack. So this we can see that it is a lower left and upper right. We're just gonna apply it again. It's effect, Extruded Bevel, and then we can edit the extrude depth of it. You're gonna create it 35 or something. So it's the less depth. Yeah. There. And then next is these two things. It is the lower right or upper left. Let's do that also. -45, -35, then 30. So this is a little bit smaller. And we'll place it behind this box. So that we have the illusion of this going in front of it. And actually you can do this and have those things like that. Rounded corners. Just make it smaller. Put it about down here. Align it with the other stuffs. And put another here. So we will keep in mind that we'll have to expand this and checked again it on these lines. Like what I'm talking is you have to expand the appearance of it and Control Y so that you can see that it is aligning there. So now it is not aligned, so we will have to align it there. The isometric lines. I'm just gonna align it first and I'll just relocate it again. So this is the line and it should be aligned there for the same element. Then after that I'm gonna group them, and I know that they are aligned to that isometric line, so group them up. That's good. And I'm gonna just make it smaller. And this one, I think I can expand this after I created a round edge on top of it. There. Expand. And this is a bit bigger. So I need this to align on this line. So let's just do that. As you can see, the template thing is very useful so that you can like go down to the wireframe level of it and align it to the wireframe of it. And then I need to have this also. So that is a bottom to top, this one. We'll have a rectangle there. Another rectangle. Then we'll just apply and edit it. Edit it a bit. So it's 45, -35, and -30. Okay. There. It's a bit of this kind of rectangle. Oh wait, what's happening here? Wait a bit. There we go. Oh, put it down there. I think the extrude depth is a bit higher, so it's at 25 there. So now we're gonna expand it. We're just gonna see if it fits and then expand it and adjust it even more. expand it a bit. We're just gonna adjust it later. So you need to like make it show. So it will be in the back of this one. There. Like showing it as this thing that a user can sit on. Let's just copy the color of this one. Pick that. There. That's the table now. And then what else? What else is a bit cool to duplicate? I think we're gonna create these things. This. Okay. I don't want to like make this a bit long, but I'm just proving a point that you can just create isometric illustrations with just these three things. Okay. So this is just a lower left and upper right setting. Let's just do that. -35, then 30, -30. Okay. So here is a cool thing. As you can see here, there are circles here. You can actually do that also. Like, let's just do that quickly here. So we have it like that, right? And then I think we're gonna flip the color. We're gonna expand this thing. I'm gonna expand the appearance of it and just flip the colors. Have it right like that right now. You want to create a circle. Then essentially you will do the same thing as this one. In fact, 3D Extruded Bevel. Oops. I'm just gonna apply extrude there. And then this is the settings of it. Let's just check the settings. It's the same, right? And now what we're just gonna do is just have it like in 0 extrude depth. So you will have a circle that can fit snugly on this thing. There. So how about a circle with a stroke on it? You can actually create that also. Circle with strokes. So it's fairly simple. And let's just create the pole of it. Let's just duplicate this one. You don't need to like apply always the extruded bevel stuffs. Even if it is expanded, you can just do that, scale it a bit, and play with it. Play with the points so that you'll have another elements of it. And now, as you can see, I'm creating the stand here. So that's basically a stand. And then I think he does the circle thing, circle thingy, like that. Just to be sure, let's just apply the extruded bevel effect for it, and create this top or bottom, 45 by -35 by 30. Okay, and we're just gonna say the depth is about 3 or something. 5. There we go. We want this one to be the same color as the other stuffs. Expand. Let's just expand this thing. It's lighter. Then this thing will be darker on the bottom. Let's just align this properly. That. Align it there. This will be grouped and we'll align it there. I think that's good. There's the first one. So you can continue to create this other stuffs here, but just using these 3 things. I think the copy thing is a bit more challenging for it, but you can just eyeball it. Like it's not. It's just easy to do. But speaking of eyeballing, is just doing like this. You don't have to be super precise in creating the objects of it. You just have to say, if you have a reference, it's just much easier. So now I'm just referencing it. There's a copy cup of it. I know that it is a bit more bigger than that, so that's just create the yellow out of it, and there. And edit the lines a bit. And this, the U shape. The U shape of it, you need to do a 3D thing again. Extruded bevel. So how to do that is just create a shape like this, then do this, then have it rounded. Round corner. We'll have a round corner there. Then we'll have to cut it a bit. Let's cut that thing. Or you can have it like a stroke. I just like cutting things in Illustrator. Or you can have this M, then just these two endpoints. And oops. Wait, there, and just add a stroke on it. Stroke. There. And then you object expand. Cut this points here by dividing them. You can choose with the two methods. This is much more cleaner. So I'm gonna use this. You're gonna create it as lower left and upper right also. So let's just do that. Effect, apply extruded bevel. Let's just check if it's the same. Okay, that's good. And we don't want these steps, so we'll have to expand it again. So now, oops, the depth could be 25. And then we'll expand, object expand. We'll go down there. And now we're gonna cut this first, then group this stuff so it will have one color. Then I'm gonna paste it again in front. Just switch the coloring of it a bit. Let's have this one a lighter color. There. And make it a little smaller. There. So now we have an isometric cup handle. Just adjust it. Just put it in the floor. And you can also create the shadows for it if you want to. Like this one, you can just see this thing. You can just duplicate it. Go put it down there. And then make it a shadow. Like, should be dark. Then have an opacity of about 50 or something. I'm gonna set it to multiply. There. Just move the endpoints here, then there. As you can see here, it's difficult to snap the things. So what I'll do here is view, snap. I will disable all the snaps, okay? Disable those things. So now I can move it freely like that. It is recommended to not to not use snapping for this one if you want to get it precisely. Like that. So we have a shadow for that one. And this thing, we can have this thingy as a shadow. Opacity is multiply. Have some 50. And this thing can have also a shadow. Top layer. So it's about here. Put it in front of this guy. Or pick this guy. Set it to multiply. Then the 50. Yeah, that's an example of it. You can go like far ahead with it. Far more better than this one if you just take some time on it. So that's it. I hope you have learned something, and be sure to just screen grab this thingy. Just, yeah. If you want to create isometric illustrations, just screen grab this thing, and you know that you will essentially know how to make isometric illustrations in just 5 minutes. You don't need like a big experience to create isometric illustrations, okay? You can duplicate this thing in just no time at all. That helps you out with your journey to isometric illustrations. And yeah, give this video a like and consider subscribing to my channel for some more graphic design tips, some UI stuffs. Sometimes I do gaming. And see you soon and have a good one.